Hello everyone, welcome to Kalavira Vegan School. My name is Halima and today we are going to learn how to make red bean potong ice cream. Now red bean potong ice cream is one of the traditional ice creams that you can find in Southeast Asia. It comes in many different flavors. Sometimes they use yam, they use durian, mango, just green bean even. So it comes in a wide variety of flavors. Today I'm going to show you how to do with red beans. For the red bean potong, we will be using some dried red beans or adzuki beans as they call it. What you need to do is soak them overnight and boil them with some pandan leaf. After boiling, it will look like this. It's much bigger and softer. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some sugar to our boiled red bean to let it soak for a while so that the red beans will absorb the sweetness. So I'm just going to leave this aside and I'm going to show you the other ingredients. The other ingredients that we need are some coconut cream, about 200 ml of coconut cream, and we are also going to add some reserve liquid that we kept aside after boiling the red beans. If you don't want to use this, you can just use soy milk, almond milk, or even just plain water is fine. But I want to have a more intense red bean flavor, so I'm just going to add the liquid that I boiled the red beans in. Okay, now I'm going to add all our ingredients in. So I'm going to start with the coconut cream. So just add it to your blender or your food processor. As you can see, it's really quite thick. So I'm just going to scrape all of it in. Traditionally, potong ice cream is made with a bit of coconut cream, coconut milk sometimes, and also evaporated milk. But because we are trying to make a vegan version, I'm just going to use some reserve liquid and I'm just going to omit the dairy milk altogether. Okay, so I'm just going to add this in. And because we want our ice cream to be sweet naturally, I'm just going to use some organic sugar. You can use any sort of sugar that you like, gula melaka if you want something that's a bit more deep in flavor, or you can just go for ordinary white sugar, is fine as well. Okay. Here, if you notice, we have our beans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in most of my red beans because I want them to blend in together with the ice cream, and every time you take a bite, you get a bit of the red bean flavor in it. So I'm going to add most of my red beans. It's splashing everywhere. So I'm just going to add most of it and hold on to a little bit because I want to put them at the base of my ice cream mold so that you get a bit of whole red beans in your ice cream. Okay, I think I'll just leave this behind. Okay. So I'm just going to blend this up. You can use any blender that you have and it will work fine. Okay, looks like we are done. Let's have a look. Okay, if you notice, it's all the red beans have been nicely incorporated, and there are a little bit of bubbles that's formed because of the blending process. Not to worry, you just let it sit for a while and the bubbles will disperse and you can just pour it into your mold. If you pour in with the bubbles, sometimes you'll end up with a very cotton-like taste when you eat the ice cream, which you don't really want to do that. And if you find that the bubbles are not bursting, you can actually skim them off before pouring them into your mold. Okay, so let's continue on. We have our ice cream mold. You can just buy them easily from just about any supermarket like Cold Storage or IKEA. Sometimes they do carry all these ice cream molds and they come in many different shapes, and some of them have aluminum covers as well. So you can just choose whichever that you like. And if you remember, we have some reserved adzuki beans here, red beans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the base with a little bit of red bean so that when you unmold this, you get a bit of red bean, whole red beans in your ice cream as well. And then I'm just going to pour my ice cream mixture inside. Okay, I don't want to pour them all the way to the top because when liquids cool, they tend to expand a little bit, so you don't want them to overflow, and also because you want to give some space for your stick to go in. Okay, So all you have to do is just put it in and press it, and voila, it's ready. So all I'm going to do now is freeze it for a couple of hours, and I'll show you how it looks like, the end product. Okay, now we have actually frozen our potong ice cream for a while now. So I'm going to show you how to unmold it. So you just grab any of your mold, dip it in some water. Because it's quite frozen right now, it will be a bit hard to unmold. So if you just leave it in the water for a while, it will sort of loosen up and it will start to melt slightly on the sides. Then all you have to do is just grab it and you open it, and there you go, your very own potong ice cream. Yum. So for the full recipe and measurements on how to do this recipe, don't forget to visit www.kalavira.com. See you soon.